Hi, welcome to Fight Me. My name is Jamie Bader, and I'll be your host. Today, on our second episode, we talk about Independence Day here in Guatemala, what that's like, being an expat and experiencing the way they celebrate, as well as walking through a few would you rathers, which are my personal favorite. We talk about what's been our biggest resource, and we most importantly talk about bird watching. Yes. That is exactly where we're headed. We answer one fun question at the end too, just to spice it up a little bit. Thank you for coming. We're so glad to have you. Let's go. So, welcome back.
Welcome.
Next,
good to be here.
Yeah,
as always.
Second episode.
Number two.
Deuce is wild.
Deuce is wild.
So, we just came off a weekend of Independence Day here in Guatemala.
Yeah.
The celebration, 204 years.
204.
204.
Feliz cumpleaños, Guatemala.
Yep. Guatemala.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Guatemala.
birthday. Yeah, it was actually quite fun, and I always love to experience like different holidays here as an expat. It's so different than
different.
Different. So
everything's different.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, maybe I'll explain a little bit. What were some of the things that were really interesting to you about, essentially celebrating Independence Day here?
Sure. Well, I think number one thing that stands out to me that makes it like a little weird in some sense to me is whenever I think of Independence Day in the United States, where we're from, it's like the one time of year when you do fireworks.
Yeah.
Whereas this is the one time of year when there's no fireworks.
Exactly. Like no bombas.
I was like, what happened? Like, where's the fireworks?
Exactly. I often wonder that too, because
that's weird.
Yeah, it's such a big celebration in the States with fireworks that here it's like silent. There's there's other noises for sure, but no fireworks. Okay. Yeah. What else did you notice?
Number two, definitely the parades.
Okay, the parades.
So, like in the States, there are plenty of parades that are associated with 4th of July, but like I feel like they're very commercialized, and it's more like everyone's involved. You know, the fire trucks come down and that kind of thing. Whereas here, it's just the schools.
Just the schools.
Yeah. But it's like elementary all the way through high school. And kids get dressed up. There's all these different themes, obviously centered around Guatemala, like national. Yeah. But like there's a bunch of other countries in Central America that have the same exact Independence Day.
Yeah, you're right.
So Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Costa Rica, and I believe Nicaragua. Maybe Nicaragua or Panama, one of those two
has the same
exact Independence Day, and so they also usually represent one another during that same time. That being said, like and then all the way into the high school, the school bands play.
Yes, and we actually have a school located behind our house here.
Yes,
and so we can they start practicing the national anthem months.
Yeah, and not even just the national anthem. National anthem, yes, but then even like if there's a band playing, it's usually several months of practice.
Oh, for sure.
They'll be doing as well, so they can play during the parade.
Yeah, I can always hear it's like on repeat whenever I'm like near the back of the house. I'm like, okay, here we go again. Here we go again. But yeah, the one thing I've noticed. The way that they celebrate here that I actually really love and think is really unique is they run a torch.
Yeah, the torches
are my favorite. It just feels very like freedom fighting, and so you'll see these groups of people, and it can be literally anyone. It can be just like I don't know a church group, or it can be like I don't know if they have PTA. It could be like PTA group, or like
well, I think families. I think communities.
Did I say PTA? It's PT. Yeah, PTA.
PTA.
Yeah, it's a school.
I don't think I've seen a PTA running a torch, but I don't know. Who knows?
Probably.
I mean, they don't run around with a banner that says who they're representing.
No,
but
they don't.
It's very like you see little kids sometimes in the group. You see adults. I mean, but you also see a lot of teenagers. I mean, I think a lot of it is centered around either a class doing it together, a youth group doing it together, whatever. But you see like a lot of teenagers getting together and
Oh, for
in
sure.
groups and doing this. But what they do is they have an unlit torch, and wherever they're staying, like wherever they're, like let's say it's your church group.
Yeah.
They'll take it off from the church, and then they run down to like the local municipality building, the mayor's building, and then that will have like a larger torch that people will come and run to, and that's lit. So then that group will then light the torch, and then they run it back to wherever they came from.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
Like the ones that we've passed by all had lit torches.
Correct.
They were totally lit,
Yeah.
the torches.
Uh-huh.
And they were having a ton of fun.
And sometimes it'll be like a point A to point B. So
Sure.
I shouldn't say that is always how it goes.
Sure.
But generally, sometimes they will pre-light it, and it's like, well, we'll run from point A to point B and go.
What I do like about this is like the main roads in Guatemala City, because we used to live in Antigua and that was different. They do it a little bit
everyone
different.
when we lived in Antigua, everyone ran down to Central Park.
Yes.
The mayor's building, lit it, and then ran back to wherever they were going.
It was a great celebration. It was fun to be in the park because everyone was running and then leaving, and there was just fires everywhere.
Or they were further away. They would actually drive down to Central Park, start there, light it, and then run all the way back. And it could be like all the way to San Lucas or something like that.
Yeah, these guys are committed.
So, which is,
they're so committed.
like 15 kilometers at least.
Wow. Yeah, they are committed. And so typically there's like this person in the front with either a lit torch or not lit torch.
Yeah, usually there's one or two torches.
And then there's a caravan of people following them.
And they take turns.
Yep. Taking turns. And then there's typically cars or motos that accompany them.
Motos, buses, something that's going along with them to protect, to shield them from the traffic. But then also, if someone gets tired and needs to take a break, they can jump in the bus or on the car and just kind of rotate, or like carry water as well to drink, to rehydrate.
Yeah. Well, speaking of water, how do they make it spicy?
Yeah. So the water thing is funny, right? Yeah. So one of the things is there's usually groups of people that stay in one spot, and their sole job of the day that they're in it for is they just want to throw water balloons, I'll say, but it's really water bags at the people that are coming by with the torches.
Yeah, it's fairly violent, I would say.
Yeah, because it's not like a water balloon like we would think of in the States, where it's like a real thin layer.
It's like a thin Tupperware.
Exploding on. It's basically it feels like a thicker bag.
Yeah, and so they will pelt like these groups.
That's not like, it's not always water bags, but typically it is. Yes.
What else would it be?
Well, like a baggie, so it's like a bit thinner.
Oh, you're talking about the variation of
yes,
bags.
yes.
I thought you were talking about the liquids might be different.
Correct.
Although there might be other liquids.
But some of those bags are pretty thick, and it's like...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Noted. And I thought that was really interesting because there was a picture in the Prensa Libre, which is like the main newspaper here, and they had a picture of one of the main roads. I think it was Batres or it was Roosevelt, and it was just covered with these plastic bags.
Yeah.
I mean, deflated, broken.
Someone enjoyed themselves.
Oh my goodness. They literally, I don't even know, when we were driving.
Yeah, we drove on Sunday.
Yeah,
it's usually, the September 15th is always Independence Day.
Yeah.
It's the day. But the torch running usually takes place mainly on the 14th sometimes. And also some people will do it a little bit before.
Sure.
But there's when we were out on the 14th, we passed numerous places where people just had bags upon bags of water. They were waiting for people with torches to come.
They were like
by.
hoarding all these bags of water, I think, so they could just go ultimate like throwdown with these guys with the torches.
It was like the elf.
I know. It was like
look,
making all the snowballs and like he just goes super fast. That's basically what it is.
Arsenal.
It
Yeah.
gets really aggressive. 10 out of 10 aggressiveness.
It is very aggressive.
And by the way, if you're a car driving
big or
by,
go home.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, yes. And if you're a car that happens to be driving by, just witnessing it, you're fair game as well.
Oh, for sure.
So do not have your windows down.
Yeah.
This is an FYI. Be careful if you're here on the 13th or 14th of September. Oh yeah, you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
So anyway, I love the commitment of the Guatemalan people for their Independence Day. I love the idea.
That's a great time of year.
It really is. It's a great way to celebrate.
Plus, I feel like, usually they're running the torch and we would think getting hot, sweaty July 4th We're like in the midst of rainy season here
it's
too.
full on
So
rainy.
usually like every time I think I've run it, it's always raining.
Yeah. And
I don't think I've ever run the torch
without rain.
Without rain.
Yeah. Which makes getting hit by the water not so bad because you're like, like, nice try. It's already raining.
Yeah.
But ouch.
Yeah, and they're there's like whistles.
Yeah,
People
whistles.
are dressed obviously in colors and
there's like a
very like treble. There's a very distinct noise, right?
There's a very distinct noise. There's a very distinct honk.
Yes.
So if you pass,
bum bum ba bum.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
I think it's something along like that rhythm.
Hey, that was really good. You should do it again.
Bum, bum, ba, bum.
I love it. I'm going to put it on record and just hit it. Yeah. So no, anyway, anytime we passed a torch group, we participated by the honking. I don't know. It's kind of fun. And
it's always fun.
And they always get all excited because someone notices them.
Hey, someone watches me.
Someone's watching me. Fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, love Guatemala. Love celebrating the Independence Day. It's such a gift to be
Holidays
here.
are always fun.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So moving on, I want to talk a little bit about a question that is helpful for us as we are navigating life.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't you like to know? So this is a question for us to answer. Okay.
I'm ready for it.
Okay, perfect. What has been the biggest resource for you recently, either in marriage, parenting, regular life, work, ministry, whatever? What has been the biggest resource for you?
That's a good question. Man, if I had to think about something like right off the top of my head, something that came up recently for me is in parenting. So we have, high school kids, one a senior, freshman. And I think just like the resource of allowing myself to ask questions, not only to our own kids, but also to other kids, like other teens, as well as also to parents that have already had kids go through the stage. So we know like there's no cookie cutter kid, right? There's no formula.
No formula
in anything. And especially when it comes to people and when it comes to relationships. It's not like just do this, this, and this, and it's all going to be okay. Or you're gonna end up with this result. I mean, there are principles, right? But then I feel like so like to give you an example of that resource.
Okay.
Just this past week, I went out with Olivia, our daughter, for lunch. It was just her and I gave her like the opportunity to say, "Hey, give me some feedback. Tell me like what has been like something that I've done really well with you as in this stage of your life as a teenager. What's been something that I've done really well, and what's something that you think that I could have done like a better."
Yeah.
And I asked her that because we were talking about, obviously, like I said, our son, he's a freshman in high school.
Yep.
So we've got several more years of him being in the stage.
Still here.
And then we, even as she moves out after this year, he'll be with us for 3 more years by himself. So I want to know from her, what are some things that I did well that I can replicate, and what are some things that I can really improve upon? And we do. I've done this too with Kingston as well.
Yeah.
He's a little bit harder to get data from.
Yeah. He definitely likes to hold on to his opinions.
I'm not sure he is quiet about it or whatever. But Olivia was really, really resourceful for me. And she gave me some good things on both sides of the spectrum but I think it's also a willingness to be able to hear feedback
for sure
as well. I think oftentimes we get defensive when we hear feedback, where maybe we thought we did things the right way.
Sure.
I think trying to get understanding of maybe, hey, like if that's how you experienced it, maybe there was a way that I did it that wasn't right. Maybe it was the right thing to do, but it was presented in the wrong way.
Sure, your impact is different than what you expected.
Exactly.
Right. And so we have to respect the impact.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like, if it's all truth without any love, right? I mean, the impact is going to be felt.
Absolutely.
So it's like, how can I change my tone? So I felt like, in talking to Olivia, it was really, really a good resource. And I think, I'm also I help out with the kids' school on Wednesday mornings.
Yep.
I've taken on a role of a group leader. And so I'm actually in charge of Kingston's class, the 9th grade boys.
Well, he's got to love that.
He does. I think
Yeah.
I think he enjoys it.
Yeah, he loves his dad. His dad's his hero.
But I don't know about. I don't know. I've never asked him that. I'm not sure if that's the case. But anyways, I think even the resource of just having other teenage boys is like another just good resource, because I know that like sometimes like I'll think, oh man, Kingston's the only one going through this, or what am I doing wrong? And then like I hear from the boys, and it'll be like, oh, like they're all struggling with this.
Yeah, or different things.
Or it's different things. And it's like, oh, okay, like this is just a good resource for me as a parent, because I can help think about, well, maybe, not just for my own kid's sake, but like, and obviously it benefits him as well, but like, how can I think about what are some ways that I can resource and think about helping those guys as well?
Yeah, pour into the other kids.
Exactly.
I mean, it takes a village.
It does.
Legit. And so I'm always grateful for people in Olivia and Kingston's life that can speak to them, because they actually have a different listening capacity for other people's opinions.
Sure. It's like that old adage,
wild.
it's right. I think every parent goes through this. It's like, the kid comes home and it's like, would you wouldn't believe like the whatever so-and-so said to me today. Like, I've been telling you that for years.
You're like, did you not hear me? Yeah. I've been saying the exact same thing to you.
Exactly. But sometimes it's just the messenger, and it's like the way that it's presented or whatever. So I respect that. And I think that, even as we become adults, it's like, oh, like someone else has been telling me that for years, but now I'm finally getting it.
Yeah, and I think that even happened between us. I feel like there's one time I came home and I was like, babe, this was like so profound. And I think you were like, yeah, I know. I tell you this every day. Or I send this to you in a text every day. Or and you're right. So there's a different listening knob, I think, that gets turned up when maybe you're with a different person or there's a different perspective placed on it. Or it humanizes the event to know that other people have the same maybe advice, or I don't know. I just love the community we have, in that we're all trying to parent, and raise our kids well. Sure. And so all the resources is welcomed in that sense.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think my encouragement to other parents out there, it doesn't matter what stage, because I think we've benefited so much from, obviously our kids in our stage where they can communicate a lot more, but I think even of talking to, I've had lunch recently with a friend, and he just had kids that have gone through this stage very, very recently. So I've used him as a resource and gotten feedback and stuff. Yeah. So I think anytime that we can resource through people that have shared experiences, but also, talking to our kids, I think is good, and being open to feedback. Now, obviously, if I would think that you got to take it with a little bit with a grain of salt with some of the things, and being able to discern, well, what's good feedback and what's not good feedback. And were they just trying to get off the hook with some things?
No, absolutely. It's true. Like in the coaching space, we would often talk about like once you receive feedback, you want to be thankful. Thank you for caring for me enough to give me that feedback. And also taking the feedback, but trying it on in a very neutral space. Try it on for as long as you can to see where it does fit in your life or context of your life. And chances are it might land in a couple different areas. And you're like, wow, actually, they totally read me. And you're like, okay, thanks for the feedback. And it does fit. I mean, because we leak these things. And when someone is kind enough or loves us enough to actually tell us how we're showing up, feedback can be super beneficial for just knowing like, okay, I did not realize that. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, feedback is great.
Yeah. So what about you?
Okay, yeah. So mine is a little less sentimental and community oriented. Okay. Mine feels a little bit more
living on an island.
Yeah, exactly right. Live on an island. Yeah, that's my resource. No, the resource that I've actually found to be super helpful is AI. I know. Okay. All right. Whatever. And AI is so intuitive with the prompts, right? So like, for example, I have a couple of favorites, but the one
AI is awesome.
Yeah, it really is. I go to ChatGPT for just random things.
I think it's got its time and its place, but AI is definitely very, very beneficial.
As long
as you know what what you're using it for and that kind of thing. It can be it's an excellent resource.
So I'll go to Chat GPT and like I'll pick a problem or I'll pick a scenario that could be really helpful for me where I'm at, maybe in parenting or relationship or marriage.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
Chat
you seemed
GPT
very
knows
robotic
you.
lately.
Yeah, right, whatever. And no, it's actually so helpful because I'll prompt it, and I don't want it to have a skewed view on it, but I'll prompt it as best as I can to help me to give me ideas on maybe how to problem solve.
Okay.
Or even point me to different resources, point me to recommendations or books or articles or podcasts. And it's excellent in just spitting that information out really quickly. Now, I realize that it's not the same as community, like the people that you can actually go talk to and have coffee with and hear their human experience.
Yeah, it's not a replacement for relationship.
No. Well, I know some people have tried to do that. I would love to know how that's working.
Weird.
I don't know about weird, but
not weird, but
I mean maybe.
I think I would say
it
weird.
Depends. Okay, well, all right. Your experience with it might be weird. I guess it just depends on the severity of whatever that looks like. That being said, I love ChatGPT. It's been super helpful for me. Basic questions that I don't want to bother anyone else with, I can just go for. And I actually really like Claude as well, which is like a shoot off of ChatGPT. And there's also a couple other ones that are really good. But they all function, I think, really well. They all kind of have their niche a little bit.
This is definitely an area that I'm like very foreign to. I know ChatGPT, that's OpenAI. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know that, but as far as like all the other different types of AI,
well, yeah, and like
things, like I couldn't tell you. I know that there are things that like, help you edit pictures or create memes and videos and create reels and that kind of thing. So,
well, the one thing I found that I actually feel very passionate about is humor is I don't find Chat GPT to be very funny.
I thought you said Chad GPT.
Chad GPT.
Okay. I was like, I can be funny sometimes.
No, you absolutely are. But I'm talking about Chat GPT.
Yeah.
And I haven't found it to be funny. Like there's a couple times that I was like, okay, what would be a funny take on this?
Yeah.
And it just is like, I don't know. And then I'll write back and be like, no, that wasn't funny. And it'll be like, let me try again. And it'll do it again. And I'm like, still not funny. And then it just like wears itself out trying to make me happy with it. Yeah. So anyway, I love playing with it. What do you want from me? So I love that as a resource for just fun, random things. And I think it's actually been helpful in some like situations with, I've actually given it like a prompt about parenting.
Yeah.
And it gave some really good resource for that, like different things to try.
Yeah.
So that being said, that's my answer for that. Great resource.
Good resources.
Resource.
Feedback in AI.
Yeah, feedback in AI. And actually, I think you can get really good feedback from AI.
Sure.
It's great. So moving on, this is going to be a little bit of a lighter segment.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you participate with me. This is something that we like to do as a family. And occasionally, like on date night, we will ask each other these questions, these would you rather questions, because it's just fun for me.
Yeah,
I think
this is a conversation starter.
Yeah, exactly. It's also a real hint into the things we value.
It is, yeah.
It's a real good insight. Okay, so that being said, I would like to walk through a couple would you rathers. Are you ready?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, I can pull a couple up, maybe.
Yeah, let's do this.
So I'll probably do three. I'll do three.
Let's do three.
Yeah. Okay, here's one. Would you rather listen to the YMCA song every time you get in the car, or would you rather replace your mouthwash with olive oil?
Oh my goodness. Definitely the YMCA song. I'm a fan.
Those two are not correlated in any way whatsoever, those things.
But I certainly feel like the olive oil thing could really just...
See, no, I don't mind
No.
But I'm also like, olive oil isn't really a good replacement to actual mouthwash.
No.
So I guess I would have to go with the YMCA.
Yeah, YMCA. I mean, love the Village People.
It's one time. I can't remember how long the song is. It always feels like it drags on longer than it needs.
It's an eternal song.
Yeah, it is. It
really is.
It does feel like one of those songs that just kind of drags.
Forever. Yeah.
My guess is when it first came out, it was like, oh, this is great.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, obviously it's endured all these years.
Well, and it's one of those things that shows up at every wedding,
Oh man.
don't get me started.
Don't even get me
Every
started
dance
on wedding
party.
songs.
I'm okay though. I'm always game for it.
No.
It raises the energy.
No.
Okay. Moving
Could
on.
be a real vibe killer.
Moving on.
Okay. Would you rather go a week without eating solid food, smoothies and shakes? That's all I can think of. Or would you rather go a week without taking a warm shower? Warm shower is the key word there.
Warm shower is the key word.
Yeah, but warm.
Yeah.
It isn't the fact that you're not showering for a week, but
It's just not optimal temperature.
Yeah, it's cold shower.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which there are obviously health benefits apparently from cold showers.
Apparently, yes. I do actually like a cold shower in the morning after the gym. That's a very helpful thing.
Yeah, it depends on how
cold.
How cold and
cold
how far removed from like my running or
True.
cardio.
True. Okay, so to answer that, would you
week,
rather
week without eating solid food or a week without taking a warm shower?
I would definitely go a week without taking a warm shower. I can't go full solid, like full liquid food, at least not on if I have
purpose.
a choice. Yeah. If it's necessary, it's necessary. Like eventually you're going to get to the age where, yes, they blend every single thing you eat.
Sure.
I worked in nursing homes, I know.
Sure.
Oddly enough, they still shape it like the food.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's supposed to help. That being said,
I think I'm going to actually agree. I'm going to agree with you this time on this one. I would have to go a week without taking a warm shower.
Okay.
I just feel like, I've been in enough situations over the last, decade with where like what we do out in the villages. And
yeah, our shower situation is
like,
complicated.
I've had enough cold showers. I'm like, I could do a week of cold showers. It's not that big of a deal.
You're never guaranteed.
And I just love just solid food.
Yeah, solid food, right? I mean, like chewing is amazing.
I don't think I can just do a liquid diet.
Unless it was like malted malts. I love malts.
I do know that about you.
Okay, anyway. That being said, now you all know something about me. I love malts.
There's always some things that like we bring up to one another, I feel like. And it's always, oh yeah, that is that quirky thing about you. Like, it's not quirky, but it's just.
You said it was.
No, just like the way that you were very specific. Like, I love malts.
Okay, well, I want to be specific to the listeners because there's a difference between a malt and a shake.
There is.
Malt actually has like the malted powder.
Mm-hmm.
And a shake is actually more of just like simple syrup with the flavor of the ice cream.
Yep.
So anyway, I just want to be really clear because I'm very passionate about malts.
Okay, the last one I think that I have for us is going to be good because one thing that maybe people don't know about us is we actually have 4 cats total and 2 dogs.
Yes, and the cats actually keep our garden free of rodents, which is the purpose.
Yeah.
And they're just cute.
Yeah, and occasionally they come in the house. I would say both the cats and dogs are primarily outdoor animals, but they do sometimes come in the house.
At times.
So that being said, the question is, would you rather be able to speak to your pet? So like the pet understands you.
Okay.
Or would you rather have your pet be able to speak to you? So like.
Oh, okay. 100% for me, I want my pet to speak to me. I would love to know. That would be a resource.
That would be a good resource.
That'd be a good resource.
I just want immediate feedback. I want to know what I'm doing well here, what I'm not doing. And I also like be afraid of like what they might complain about.
Well, I would like to know. I mean, wouldn't you want to know if your dogs are like
if your dogs are outside and just really nagging you all the time about coming inside? My
dog has a latent vision of how he would prefer to be living. He has a lot of complaints. Okay, so for sure I do think I don't know. I feel like maybe it's actually a kind of a tough one for me. Okay, I see the tension.
I just feel like whenever I see see the dogs, our one dog, Bentley, just always looks at me with this like so much love in his heart.
You think that's love?
I do. Yes.
That face doesn't appear to me as love.
Oh yeah, he loves me.
Okay.
So
you get a different vibe.
He just for him to be able to express that would maybe want to be like, okay, I would love to be able to hear his heart one time.
You want to be the hero.
But I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? Thinking about maybe the cats or dogs or whatever do want to get like naggy or whatever. Be good just to be able to have them understand me.
True. Now the question I have is like, actually, I think about, because I want the pets to speak to me, do they like speak in a British accent?
I think you could have them speak whatever accent
Oh,
you'd
that
like.
would be the best. Okay. I'm a like a strict level 3 listener to British accents.
That's a
if
good.
you have it, I will listen to you intently.
For sure.
It's great to me.
I do. It always is amazing to me. It's like, someone just speaks with an accent, especially like a British accent or something. And it's just like, oh, they're just so much smarter.
They sound very intelligent.
Very intelligent.
They could say all the things.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah. You have an accent. It's got to be right.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's 100% fact, science, true,
sure.
all the things.
Yep.
Okay, so
good as gold.
It is good as gold.
I like that segment, the would you rather. I think we'll come back to that one maybe from time to time.
We'll definitely have more. And there's other questions too that we like to use that are kind of fun prompts for like on date night or if we're just like hanging out, get to know each other a little bit more. Even though we've been married for like 18 and a half years, there's still a lot of things I'm learning.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things.
I don't know. I'm an open book.
Yeah, you're an open book. For sure. Okay, so we're
I'm
actually
not that deep.
Speaking of Chad, we're going to shift the attention to Chad because this is something about Chad that not maybe everyone knows, is that he's an avid bird watcher.
Whoa. Okay. Now I can press the button. Wow. That gets me excited.
Okay. We found it, folks. What gets Chad excited? Okay, so talk to me about the birding experience.
As you were setting that up, I was not knowing what you were going to say.
Okay. Now that you know.
Now that I know, I'm excited. I'm here for it.
The people want to know. The listeners want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the world deserves to understand the world of birding.
Yeah. I wear many hats. Obviously, like I said in the last episode, we have our organization.
Sure.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
Okay.
But I do enjoy other things. But this is recently, over the last several years, this has probably become like hobby number one.
Okay, this is like full on, like a third of Chad. He's like,
sure. Unfortunately, we're not in the greatest season here, being the rainy season. This doesn't feel like it's always a great time.
Why is it not a great time?
Well, I just feel like, rain can come at any moment. It does, like, the weather is very uncooperative, I guess.
That's fair.
Is what makes it more difficult during the season.
So now I want you to explain to the listener, what does it look like when Chad is going on a birding event or birding?
Bird. Have you heard bird nerd? This is me to a T.
Let's do it. Let's get nerdy.
I mean, if you're gonna go, you gotta go hard.
Okay.
So I am leaving the door with my backpack.
Yep.
Which I do always carry binoculars in the car with me because you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a spare set of binoculars because you never know what you're gonna see. I mean, there's always the potential to get a lifer, which is a bird that you've never seen before.
A lifer.
A lifer.
Am I your lifer?
You're my, yeah.
You paused there for a second.
In the bird world of humans, you would be the only species I want to see. Okay. So,
okay. Anyway.
So I would say, I'm leaving the door. If it's an actual bird outing, I know what I'm doing. I'm going with a backpack, which has my binoculars in it. Okay. I have a spotting scope to see some birds that are maybe further away. And I want to get a closer look, which comes with a tripod.
Like a full-length tripod.
Yep.
Okay.
I have my speaker. I have a speaker to call birds.
He can clip anywhere.
Yep. So you can call them in. And so I call them with a birding application called Merlin Bird ID.
Okay, Merlin Bird ID is the app, and that's how you actually call them in.
Well, it has all the birds, like for a specific region. It gives you photos to help identify. It has parts of the application where you can actually go through the ID process.
Okay.
But it also gives you sounds and calls. And most people don't know this, but birds actually have songs that they sing.
Okay.
But then they also have calls, which they use for mating. And depending on the season, birds can tend to be more responsive. And most people don't know this, but so we live in Guatemala.
Sure.
And during the migratory birds, they are actually more responsive to the songs than they are the calls.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Except they're migrating down. It's like, well, this is not the habitat in which we're breeding.
Sure.
So it's like, well.
Okay, so they're on vacation.
They're on vacation.
Yeah, so they want to sing.
Well, I just want to hang out with my buddies.
Yeah, I want to sing too on my vacation. So, yeah.
So they'll be more responsive to the songs than they will be the calls.
Yeah, it makes sense because you'd be like, if you want to hang out with your buddies and you start hearing a mating call from your buddies, you'd be like, okay, we took a wrong turn somewhere.
Sure.
We're headed back.
And that's obviously doesn't include whatever, clothing, depending on where I'm going.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the clothing thing is like, you adapt.
There's not like specific birding clothing.
Although I would like to say that there is.
Okay. Well, I usually have a pair of like boots.
Okay.
Yeah. Ankle-rise boots, breathable pants, breathable shirt. And usually I carry some kind of like.
There's a uniform. There's a uniform,
okay,
folks.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I notice it. You might notice it, but.
Sure.
Okay. Keep going. What else?
Sometimes I carry a pointer laser.
He loves the pointer laser. And I will tell you this.
And that's to help out with like if you're birding with other people and if you see a bird. And,
that's me, folks.
And they can't see it. Yeah. When you definitely, Jamie is heavy. I'm heavily using the laser pointer when we're out birding. I'm like, it's right there. Look. And I have to almost point the laser right on the bird, which is no good.
Okay, but here's the thing. He'll be like, it's right there. And then I'll be like, where? And he's like, up in the tree. And I'll be like, as there's like 1,000 trees.
Yeah. Describing where a bird is actually located can sometimes be very difficult.
Is it?
It can be, yeah.
Huh. Where else does that show up in your life? Anyway, no. Okay, it can be difficult. I will say it's difficult for me. For some reason, I can't see the laser.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know this. Okay, I'm just saying aware. It's a thing. I would like to.
My favorite thing about birding with Jamie is that the Merlin Bird ID actually has another feature on it where you can press it's basically a record button.
Okay.
But as the app is recording, it's taking in all the sounds from the outside. So, catching up birds singing along and calling or whatever. And as it's doing that, it's IDing the birds based on the calls and songs. And so Jamie, if she's ever with me, she usually just keeps the record button going.
The record button going.
Button going. And she's just telling me, I heard this. I hears this. I hears this. No. So I'm like,
say that.
And that's not true.
Okay. Well, what I love about this part of the app is it actually tells you based on your list, because it knows what birds you've seen in the past and it knows what birds you're looking for, your lifers that you're looking for. If like there's a certain dot that shows up next to the bird, if it's something that's rare, if it's something that's common, if it's one that you've seen or one you haven't seen. And so I keep this thing on full record like the whole time. Eats up the battery like crazy, but I'll look at it and then I'll like inform Chad because he probably already knows, but I inform him of the new birds that have shown up.
And I think my favorite is also just hearing you laugh at the different names.
The names are
cuckoos, mots, pootoos. Yep.
Tits.
Lots of different types of silly names.
Yeah, they're wild names. And what I love about watching sapsucker.
Yep.
That sounds like an insult. They did not like that bird.
That's right.
So what I love watching about you when you're bird watching is that you're very intense, and you're very committed to like he's got like a crazy memory. So like if a bird makes a song or sings a song or like a call, he can recognize it just by the call or the song, and it's so wild.
Some birds I'm so don't.
Well, you went to school for this.
Oh, well, yeah.
Don't forget.
No, it was not just bird watching. No, when you said that, I was like, what?
He got a master's degree in bird watching.
No.
Okay. No.
But no, I did go to school. For the first 2 years of college, I actually got a degree in fisheries and wildlife.
Yep.
An associate's degree.
Yeah, he's legit.
I did spend a lot of time outside.
Yeah, as a kid. Yeah, so bird watching, such a fun sport. It is so fun to watch.
It's a hobby.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, it's a hobby. It feels like a sport to me.
I don't think if it ever becomes a sport, I don't think there's official anything regarding bird watching with this you would consider a sport.
No, maybe it's just a perception I have. Or it's a story I'm telling.
It's just a hobby.
Yeah, story I'm telling myself. Okay,
cool.
Love that you're a birder. Okay, but here's the big question.
Sure.
Because I had to use my resource, ChatGPT, to help me answer this.
Probably don't know the answer.
Okay. Do birds pee?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would have to say, if I had to guess, I don't know the official answer to that, but I do think if I had to guess that I would say birds do not pee because I feel like as much time as I spent out, I would see at least one bird pee.
You would think you would notice it.
They don't. I mean, we all know birds aren't very discretionary about how they're using the bathroom facilities.
No, for sure. They just
so I've seen lots of bird pooping.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
I've never seen one peeing.
Yeah, like I would imagine that it would be weird to walk up on a bird and it's like lifting its leg on a rock.
Are you going to use your resource here?
Yeah, I actually already used my resource. Oh. So I had this question pop up earlier in the day randomly. This is how my mind works.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute, do birds pee? And I'm like, did that even come to my mind?
Why would you think of that?
And I know that ChatGPT will have the answer, and it did, and it delivered.
Oh boy.
Okay, so technically, yes, birds do pee, but it's in solid, semi-solid form to save on weight, water, and energy. So they don't have a bladder.
Oh,
and this helps with
I did not know
to be light and
or maybe I just forgot it.
You forgot it for sure.
Probably.
You probably knew it. You had to have learned that in your.
I probably did. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
no bladder.
No bladder. They technically do pee. So I'm just reading this straight from ChatGPT because, fun. And so it says fun fact. And so I'm going to read this.
Fun fact.
If you ever had a bird poop on your car, the white splatter is their pee part. Oh. And the darker chunk is their poop.
There you go.
That's
a bird turd.
Absolutely forward-facing information. And
life-changing.
It is.
This is what the people are here for.
Yeah, birds are efficient. They're water conserving.
I did know that.
And they save weight for flight by not having this bladder. Okay. Although birds are not very big, so I can't imagine that having like 5 cc's of liquid in them would actually change their flight status.
Yeah.
Apparently it does. So no bladder. No bladder.
No bladder.
So there we are, folks, learning some fun science facts.
We covered it all today.
We did. We covered a lot. Yeah. Love it.
Independence Day, Would You Rathers, resources, and birds.
Birds. So, and the most important question is, do they pee?
Do they pee?
Absolutely.
That's right.
So thank y'all for being here. Yeah, really glad to have you.
Loved it.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out.